to Ill Eagle Culture Brands Talk. I am your host, John Ostos, aka Ill Eagle CEO, and I'm on 2 Cup Larry, who doesn't live up to the name these days.
Not now.
And then speaking of not living up to the name, Cody Big Meat Milk. And today we have a special guest with us. You're not Bre Beatty anymore.
No, well, kind of. I hyphenated it.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Easier, yeah. So in the gym, I'll still go by Bre Beatty.
Oh, Beatty, sorry.
It's okay.
I get Ostos all the time. I hear it, so I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. But like everything else, I'll go by Smozzle.
Smozzle. Yeah, cool.
Very German.
Bre just got married.
Yeah.
Congratulations again, by the way.
Thank you.
Just Dion used to think that your nickname was Firebird Fit, by the way. So
I did used to say that. To
really?
be honest.
I mean,
instead of Freebird,
like Firebird logo a little bit.
Yeah.
That was like at the beginning, though. So
It's still pretty cool, at least.
yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
So the topic of discussion today is just going to be kind of open topic, something we've talked about before, but one thing we realized that we never did because it was kind of a chauvinist show up until this point.
When we got Cody on, Cody made it so that we had to bring.
He gave us some of that feminine perspective, I think.
yeah, super feminine. Yeah.
But we wanted a female perspective, not necessarily feminine, but a female perspective on just the shit that goes on in the gyms, right? Like from our point of view, we see things a certain way, and we've shared that publicly on here as far as pet peeves and gym etiquette and stuff like that.
Yep.
But we never got a female's point of view or perspective on any of that stuff. So that's what this topic is going to be about. So, Bre, welcome to the show, first of all. And then let's just dive right in. I didn't do a lot of homework on this topic because it's just an easy topic for us to talk about. So I'm sure you guys didn't either. But I did listen to a couple YouTube videos or something that talked about pet peeves. So it was like girls talk. I thought they were going to talk more of like female perspective. That they really didn't, though. But they just talked about certain things that bother them in the gym, which some are weird, some are pretty legit. What right out the gate, what's like one big pet peeve of yours that you think is more female oriented?
I mean, okay, definitely when the guy gets right next to you in the gym, when he has the rest of the gym to work out.
That was one that she talked about too.
Taking his shirt off and he's posing and he's flexing, and then he goes does something over here. Doesn't even work out next to you. Just comes back right next to you to start posing and flexing and taking.
Making sure you can see him.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Peacocking.
Yeah,
peacocking.
Yeah, peacocking.
Is it working?
No.
Okay. So okay, for this show, you're single-minded Bre too.
Yep. You gotta be single-minded Bre. Actually think.
No, I'll be.
You don't got to step outside the lines of marriage, but you're single-minded Bre's perspective right now.
No.
If you were like, would it get you like, oh God, that guy's muscles are
Hell
so
yeah,
hot.
he's flexing right in front of us.
I love that he's doing dumbbells on leg day.
Oh, look at those pecs. Those pecs just
most
popping.
unattractive thing ever is men who skip leg day. 100%.
Oh, hell
Skinny
yeah,
legs.
Yes, skinny legs, or just you see them, they
Yeah,
come in
you're
for
fucked.
leg day, they do like 4 sets of leg press, and then they start doing curls, and then they call it good. That's it.
Okay.
I got lines, bro. I'm like 205 with lines on my legs. Don't even.
Your legs look like they're gonna snap underneath your weight.
We still need to have our leg day. We haven't had
should.
that yet.
I feared the idea of doing a leg day with Bre. I don't know if you guys watch her in the
do.
gym and see
seen
her
the
clients
posts.
and
I've
her
seen the
video.
posts,
Yeah, like that shit looks scary. I'm not even gonna lie about that.
Especially now that I'm pretty recovered from surgery now
Okay,
too. So
yeah.
they've been pretty good. I actually put Sweeney through a leg day on Wednesday, so it was me, him,
Nice.
and then Sean and Miranda and the crew. Basically, we had a leg day on Wednesday of last week, and
How did they do?
I puked and rallied.
Yeah, all right.
Did you really?
Yeah.
But it's been a minute for you though.
It's been a minute for me. That was like the hardest.
How'd
leg day
everyone
I
else
had.
do?
Everybody almost passed out.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a little bit more food in them than I did. I had clients from like 5 to 11.
So you were hungry.
So I was hungry. I missed a meal. So
You were probably feeling a little lightheaded and everything.
yeah. So
Sounds
that
like
didn't help. I didn't exactly set myself up for success with that one. But
It sounds like a Cody leg day though.
Yeah.
Cody's
for
got
sure.
some good leg
Those
days
leg
too.
days are brutal.
Yeah.
I'm at the point where I'm like getting to where I get just more inflamed when I do leg day. Like you get into the, like when I'm really light, it's bad leg days, and when I'm really heavy, it's bad leg days. So I got to get to that weight where it's just like all the lifts are great. Otherwise, I just get really bad inflammation in my knees and stuff.
Just slow it down.
Nope.
Make it hurt.
Nope. Heavyweight.
we're just adding some cool
You can
downs.
slow it down with heavyweight.
Hell yeah. That's what I do.
Yeah.
You're small.
I have yet to actually puke on a lift yet, though.
I've been close. I don't think I've ever.
I was,
actually done.
I was
like
super
there's-
hungover one day, and then I puked, but that was because I was hungover, lifting weights. But never puked because of a leg day or anything. So
That sounds like a challenge.
yeah, if you can, hey, I'll give you $5. I'll give you $5 if you can make me puke on a
Just give
leg
me like
day.
some little coupons. I owe you.
Yeah.
Good for one car wash.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What else, Bree? What else do you think?
So you got peacocking. All
Yeah,
right?
peacocking's an ugly one.
Peacocking.
See, here's the thing. Like, okay, so in terms of like, nothing really bothers me, I guess, because I work in a gym other than just straight peacocking or when you peacock my clients. I guess that's it. Okay, that's another thing for me is unsolicited advice. So like, at least if you see someone gonna go fuck themselves up in the gym, at least ask them, hey, like, are you new? Do you want like some help or some tips on this? If not, I'll totally go away and mind my own business. But if so, like I actually have a couple tips if you're interested. Otherwise, leave people the hell alone. Because like when you just go up, you're like, hey, I lift heavy weights, and you come at them with your bro science. That's what gets people out of the gym. Like, oh, I
feel like
I
that's-
gotta go at a different time because I don't want to see this guy again. It's like, especially like with girls, we're very like skittish.
It's definitely another version of peacocking too.
Yeah.
That right there is like, I'm gonna go show these girls how much I know and how knowledgeable I am, and hopefully they'll look at me like there's some alpha male because I taught them something.
It's like when dudes try to sell their ebooks. It's like I know the secret. I know the secret to growing big arms in 9 days. I'll tell it to you right now.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like on social media, the people that message in, they're like, want to grow your Instagram account to hundreds of thousands. You go look, they have like 90 followers. I'm like, why wouldn't you apply it first?
Right.
So yeah, that's the good stuff. So these leg days that you do, you run guys and girls through these, right?
Yeah.
And between the guys and the girls, who usually handles them the best?
Definitely the girls.
Yeah, I was wondering that because the pain tolerance of a female is weird.
It's way higher.
Yeah, it's so insane how, because I've seen dudes go through you do this thing where you make people do laps around the entire like gym area.
Yeah.
With
Walking lunges.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't intrigue me at all.
Yeah.
At all. And
Doesn't
I've seen
sound
them all
great.
do it, but girls, they seem to go through it just fine. The dudes always look pissed off or like they're gonna die when they're
Yeah.
done.
Seeing
Because
Sean
for
in the
girls,
morning
I
is
actually
like
put it on her program. I put it on the girls' programs too. So if
That's
they do
wild.
it with me, and they're doing it when I'm not there too. So they're kind of used to it by now. I also push people to like drop sets and all that crap nonstop. So as long as they're like having a good day, of course. Like
Yeah.
if they're gonna be sick or they're lightheaded, like we're gonna take it a little bit easy. But if it calls for a good leg day, I'm gonna show you where your boundaries are, and you're gonna have fun figuring it out.
Does any of your clients, do they have any complaints about people in the gym?
It really,
Without naming names, you can go ahead and drop stories.
well,
and
it
shit.
really depends because like some of them are definitely more like hardcore like feminist than others, so they just hate anything masculine. And that's actually some conversations I'll have with them, like, hey, they're actually super nice.
Which
Cody.
weird because
People
not
talk
to
about
call
Cody,
you
right?
masculine. I don't refer to you as masculine at all.
It's just the bullshit, toxic
no, I know.
masculinity.
Yeah, I know. I hate
Yeah.
that.
I want to
But-
get into that.
But
the
Bree
toxic
is
masculinity.
like when we thought of you bringing you on, we're like, who would bro out with us on the show? Like that for me, that was like a stipulation. Like it's got to be someone that'll bro out with us because I don't want someone to come here and be all reserved and chill about it. Like Bree has no fucking chill. Bree will come on here and say it like it is. So it's weird that they would see you as being somebody they're attracted to as a person, but dislike masculinity
'cause
when
I'm a
you.
girl.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so it's not
literally it.
masculinity that they have an issue with. It's men.
But they like girls they don't see the difference between the two. You're
Right.
either like a man and you have masculinity, or you're a soy boy. And that means you're safe.
Yeah.
I got something special coming to the gym in the mail for you, Cody.
Okay.
Legit. Some soy protein. Or
You'll find out soon. I mean,
That's great.
Remember when you thought I was a vegetarian?
I did.
I did too.
Yeah.
I thought you were one too. We made you a veggie shake at the shake shop and everything, and I was like, "Oh, damn, Bree's a vegetarian."
No, I just can't have whey protein. It just upsets the stomach.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Well,
really
I only
hard to
knew
find protein.
from the supplement store, so it's like I was
No,
like,
I had to like go get scissors to cut open my turkey bacon. You're like, oh, is that some kind of plant-based bacon? I'm
Yeah.
like, no, dude, this is turkey bacon. What?
I'm like, that bacon looks legit, Bree. You're gonna eat that.
No,
Turns out
screw
she's
that.
not vegan.
I'd never even really seen you eat, like, so I didn't know either. I was
That's
like, well,
fair. I guess we don't really hang out much outside the gym. No, my cheat meal is JL beers.
good.
Like,
Yeah, that's
Hell
a
yeah.
good one.
What do you get?
I get usually just like the JL burger and then loaded chips
Okay.
or the Nutter burger.
Yeah.
That one's always good.
Their peanut butter is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Beer cheese too.
So going back to what you were talking about with your clients and the toxic masculinity, but don't you feel like in today's society that we're really struggling with actually having masculine men now?
Yeah, because
You know?
they're constantly getting told like this is bad, this makes you dangerous. You're gonna basically grow into an
hateful.
asshole
Yeah.
if you are masculine. That's not the case. It's learning how to control that like aggression. That's what makes you a good man, is being masculine, having the capacity to protect and being able to control your aggression. That's actually what
Jordan
separates
Peterson.
that's actually what separates us from apes though. Is like apes and chimps and monkeys, they don't have enough of a frontal cortex to control their emotions, so they'll like kill their friends to
Rage
death
out.
over nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas
Cody,
we can,
when
like,
we
think
first
through
opened,
things.
Cody used to be like that. I'm not even
heard
kidding.
some stories.
He was a motherfucking
learning
ape in the
here.
gym, man. Now he's chilled out a
I
lot.
remember like walking into the gym in 2019, just a little peanut right out of college, and I see this dude with this big meat nickname. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
She's like, loser.
Toxic.
Hell yeah, that's good. That's good. So I got another one for you then. This is obviously a pet peeve and a complete violation. But how often has this happened to you? And I know it's happened in our gym. I don't know about to you. It happens in every gym. But there's always that one guy, and it doesn't matter if you kick the one guy out. There's another one that becomes the one guy.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always that guy that like is super aggressive, but like thinks he's being like smooth and shy about it, but they'll like leave notes in your gym bag and leave, you know what I mean? Like leave notes on your car
Where's
and
this
random shit
going?
and start messaging you. Does that ever happen to you in the gym?
It has not happened since I've became a coach.
Okay.
Yeah,
But before it did?
before it did happen once or twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it happen to a lot of your female clients too, you think?
Not. If they do, they haven't told me yet. It's definitely gotten better, I feel like, because we kind of keep a tighter leash with how people interact. Other than that one guy that we had to have a talking to a while back.
Okay.
It was fine. Yeah, if you know what I'm.
Yeah, I've talked to so many dudes. It's not even.
The one who was kind of like following girls around.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
there was like a guy working out next to them, then he would like back away. But the second you were like by yourself, he'd be like up in your grill
Yeah,
again. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Other than him, I haven't really had any issues with people like actually like not leaving girls alone.
So
that's good.
does that ever work for a guy?
No.
And if so, like, what are the circumstances?
Here's the deal.
Like, what if it's a dude that a girl's into? Does she overlook the fact that she thinks that's otherwise creepy because it's a dude she's into?
Pretty much.
Really?
Honest to
So
God,
it's kind of a
yes.
double standard too.
Yeah, if you're ugly and you try talking to a girl, like just be aware you're gonna take some licks and you're gonna get called creepy.
Okay.
But the way to go about
But
it, on
if you're
honestly,
attractive-
But if you're
but
a hot
attractive,
dude,
you have a
sucks.
chance.
That was the smoothest shit you could have ever done.
But maybe if it was the right girl, of course.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying if there was a dude that wanted to talk to a chick, it really depends on if he's attractive
Basically.
Whether he becomes a creeper or not.
or like annoying as
So,
fuck.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're gonna try to hit on me when I'm working out. You know?
Yeah.
So
But
you
a
know-
cute guy could annoy you. Eventually, he'll win. The ugly guy's gonna get the cops called on him.
Not if you shoot low. That's it. Shoot
Yeah.
low in the gym, and it sounds like you'll be good.
Here's my advice, because I'm not saying don't date in the gym, because
Yeah.
you're with people who care about their appearance.
They're like-minded.
They're like-minded. They have
Dude, I used to
goals they're
clean house in
driven.
that gym.
I was gonna say, isn't Cody the guy that we're talking
We're gonna
about?
have to beep that out for Kate.
I used to clean house. Believe me.
If any of you are victims of Cody Mouth and you want to come onto the show and talk to us, we'd love to hear the stories.
You've
all
been
gone.
personally victimized by big meat.
They're all gone.
You're
scared them
entitled
all.
to a
They were victimized, all right.
Oh, Kate's gonna love this episode.
No, I'm not saying don't date in the gym because you have a solid chance of finding somebody you might have a real connection with. But my advice is don't go straight for the throat with it. Like, try to get to know people that you see coming in at the same time. You know, have that relationship. Hey, you're doing a good job today. I saw you hit that PR or whatever. Are you having a good day today? How are you doing today? And then start making small talk. And then
So you're
ease
saying-
into like, hey, would you like to maybe times 2 or 3 or 4 you meet this person, then be like, hey, you want to go grab a drink sometime? You seem really cool.
So you're saying, don't say, God damn, you're looking juicy today.
No. Hey, that ass is looking fat.
I like your leggings.
Oh, yeah.
So I think one of the issues that we've had in the gym since we've opened was people dating and then shit happens.
You got to switch gyms.
It's either it became a problem, either who stays and who goes, and that person has a freaking restraining order on that person. They can't come at the gym at the same time.
I've been dragged in some of the craziest shit in the gym between patrons and like their bad relationships, or like I've been drugged through the mud with stuff like where it's just I don't even want to be a part of this stuff, but it's just because I'm the owner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I have to get involved because it's one thing after the other. There's legal issues.
You had to be the mediator.
Yeah. Oh,
you had to be the counselor. Bad. The fucking
I hated that.
Yeah. That was strange times.
Yeah. Well, you were a culprit a lot.
Wow.
I don't know how many times I had to break up fights in the gym over you. There's
over
a few.
him?
Well, like him and someone else were in beefs because he was doing things he shouldn't be doing, or or I don't know. Him and someone got in a fight over who was fatter one time.
I could see that.
No, I didn't start that though. Now, you know damn well I didn't start that one.
You didn't do anything to seize the fire either.
God, I'm so fucking huge. You're like 20% body fat. Shut the fuck up.
He's like, you're fat as fuck. You don't know I'm not. Want to measure it?
Let's go pose down.
Next thing you know, they're like choking each other and threatening to start. I'm just like, oh my god, you guys are really fighting over who's fatter right now.
See, toxic masculinity right there.
That is.
That was toxic masculinity.
That was
for sure.
I will admit that 2016 was prime toxic.
Yeah. Yeah. That Cody was dangerous, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's crazy to see how far you've come. It is different, that's for sure.
God, it's almost like I fucking matured as I was getting older.
You wouldn't think so.
I mean, it took me like 34 years to get to this point, but
You're still just like far off from the mark, but you're getting there.
Well, yeah. But at least I'm fucking juicy though, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. See,
By the way, I saw your fucking guy that you said that was the biggest guy in the gym.
yeah,
No.
he's getting there.
I would fucking eclipse him right
He's
now.
like vegan though.
Dude, one lat
Is
spread.
he really?
One
Yeah.
lat spread.
I'm pretty
and he's
positive.
fucking gone.
His upper body is bigger than yours by far.
Oh my god. No,
What
he's
time does this
not.
guy come in?
Here's perspective we can get.
There you go.
Yes, I'll have to show you to him because he's usually there in the evenings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
usually
she
in the
probably
evenings.
wouldn't ever see him though.
He's taller.
He's there like he's sometimes in the morning on the weekends too. We always see him, and I know I've seen you there on Saturdays.
Yeah, once in a while.
We'll see him one day. We'll point him
Yeah,
out. Someone
for
will.
sure.
Yeah.
He's. I mean,
Pull up
he's.
his Instagram.
he's got-
We're looking to see if he's the new big meat.
I'm pretty sure he told me he's vegan and
He's vegan?
Yeah,
Like recently or always has been?
I'm not sure, but he's bigger than you.
No. Not even close.
He's coming for your title.
The only person who would even be close to me right now is Alex.
Alex is blowing up. He's looking
Alex has
pretty
got a pretty big upper body. He needs to
Talking
work
about
on his
Nunez?
legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to work on his legs a little bit, but
yeah,
he's pretty
but
thick.
he's not gonna.
He doesn't like legs?
No,
He hates leg day.
he hates legs,
Oh god.
so he's not in.
He
the
just wants to be a
competition.
freak of nature.
That's his
literally what
goal.
he told me.
He loves training. That's what it is, really.
Just not legs.
Just not legs. chest
So
is
you
so
would not find that attractive.
So he was actually going to come join our leg day that we had this last Wednesday, and then he had to go because we just didn't get started on time for him. So I got this close.
He's like 10 minutes late. He's like, I gotta go.
He's actually hitting leg day, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, I'm hitting quads right now. What should I do?" And I give him like
What should I
three
do?
extra things to do, and then he's like, "Oh my god, this sucks. Blah, 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 I hate leg day. This is stupid."
You guys were supposed to start at 10, and you started at 10:01, and he was like, I gotta go.
No, to be fair, it was our fault because we kind of bullshit a little bit when we say we're going to start a lift. So the start time was 11. We didn't get started till like 11:30.
Do you like lifting with like multiple people?
Yes and no. It kind of depends on the time frame I have. So if I have some extra time, sure, because we're going to talk. But I don't really have any lifting partners right now where we aren't chatty Cathy's. So like if I have some time, sure, yeah, let's talk in between sets and let's have a good time. Otherwise, I actually kind of like lifting by myself because I just put my headphones on and I get to zone out and not think about anything else.
I got a good question for you. If you had a training partner that was not as talkative, would you prefer that over training by yourself or no? Like, say you had a serious training partner.
Like, yeah, because I could have, I love having someone to compete with. And Miranda's actually still a good training partner. Her and I talk quite a bit, but that's only if we haven't seen each other in a while. Like, then we have a lot to catch up on. Otherwise, though, she and I are actually, like, pretty similar in strength, especially right now since I'm still coming back from this leg injury. Yeah. So it's been pretty fun having her to come train with me.
Yeah, I do. I definitely like somebody that I can keep or they can keep up with me. But if I have more than 2 people, like 3 people, we got to be fucking going. No time for fucking talking.
It's tough.
As soon as that person gets done, you jump in and fucking go. Because if those rest periods get too long, then it's just, I feel like I'm losing it. And it takes way too fucking long. Like my leg days are already too long.
Yeah.
So if you get people that want to bullshit in between sets, then I'm just like, no, fuck that.
You definitely can't have a leg day partner or a training partner anyways if you're going at a busy time, because if you do want to keep it going, you have to have like 4 different things going. Yeah. And then that's hard if there's all the equipment taken.
Right.
Do you have any other pet peeves that we haven't brought up, I guess, that you'd like to share? Like, we have a lot of things going on in the gym currently with like new members and things. So, and we've talked about it before, obviously.
People acting like they fucking own the place when they've only been going to the gym for 2 months, and then New Year's resolution.
I hate it. I know. I know.
John.
Every time I walk in there, I get accused of that.
Yeah.
No, I actually had to yell at somebody January. Because like it was busy, and it's always busy. I feel like New Year's this year wasn't really like
on purpose.
Yeah, it was on purpose, but there still wasn't like a huge influx of people. And I get done with my last group of the night. I'm packing up my stuff in the office, and I see and hear this guy walking towards the Cubbies. All these goddamn New Year's resolution people. Go home. This is not the gym. And I poke my head out. I'm like, did this motherfucker really just say that? We good? Okay. Yeah, I'm like, did this motherfucker really just say that? And then I look at him.
Was it Drew Ross?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Ross. And if it was, I still would have said this to him. I go, hey, if you're not going to be supportive, get the fuck out.
Hell
like, we don't need that shit here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no,
I fully condone to that.
Thank you. Like, we don't need that shit here.
Nah.
And like, bro, I have never seen you in here. Like,
the newbie was mad at the newbies,
you
bro.
shouldn't be saying this, period. But like, at least if you say it, or you, like, at least if someone who's at least well established,
it makes sense.
It makes a little bit more sense. But motherfucker, who are you? When did you start coming to this gym? Like, I'd like to know, because I've never heard. I don't even know your goddamn name.
Yes.
Do they still come? This person?
So I've literally only seen this person once. I think I've seen them in there other times, but I can't be sure because they kind of look like every other
kind of curious though who it
gym
is.
person. Like just with like
we purposely too this year, this last New Year's, we didn't run a big promo or market or anything because we can't grow anymore right now in the space that we're in. So we've been inhibiting growth on purpose. Yeah, there wasn't even that big of an influx in terms of new memberships over the New Year's whatsoever.
I feel like there was a big push with high schoolers, though. Like, I feel like we had a big
I think they just started naturally coming, though. Like the high school. Yeah, I think some of them caught on to it, and next thing you know, they started bringing all their bros. Because I remember we've done a lot of like, we have to call parents and sign them up stuff.
I've never seen any more high schoolers than I have at this point in time. Like, I've seen high schoolers from Cheyenne, from West Fargo, Fargo North, Cass.
Yeah, we've
like,
caught on to the high school
Davies.
crowds now.
Mm-hmm.
So there is high schoolers from all over coming to
High schoolers
Metroflex.
weren't training like they do nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah.
Due
No,
to
but it's
social
a-
media.
And they
It's a
can't
good
get
thing.
what they
Yeah.
need at
Like-
the high school gyms because they follow this stuff now on social media.
Yeah.
So they're seeing dudes
C-bum.
train a certain way
Yep.
and that they can't train like that in their high school gym. Because my son's done that. He'll go to the high school gym to train, and he's like, man, we're like so limited, and there's so many restrictions there.
Yeah.
So he's been bringing like some of his friends from the school to the gym to train. So like the high schoolers have really grown in terms of the memberships there. It's different.
It's exciting to see though, because
It's
we
cool,
have
yeah.
this huge, obesity problem. Everyone wants to be on their phones or just sit around all day.
Yes.
So like, as annoying as sometimes like high school kids can be, because
Yeah.
they're pretty cocky for
But
the
they
most
gotta
part.
learn.
But they
Yeah.
gotta learn. They get humbled by this guy over here.
I just look at him. I'm like, dude, you're like 150 pounds.
Oh, we didn't show you that one. Yeah.
So speaking of like people being on their phones and how do you feel about like social media in the gym and people using the gym as like their background to do their videos and take their pictures for their whole entire set or a whole entire workout?
I mean, like, if you don't have anybody to take a video for you, they kind of have to take a video for their whole set, so you can't really...
Not their set. I didn't mean to say that.
For the
Their
whole
whole workout.
it's like, okay, bro, this is a bit much. Sometimes people are taking videos for coaches or so they can watch their own form, so I try not to judge, but... Here's my deal. Just don't get in the way of others. I don't give a crap what you do. Just make sure it's not in my way. If you're the kind of person who has an issue being filmed, then maybe you should go talk to the person like, hey, I'm kind of in the background. I don't really like being on camera. Would you mind just finding a different angle? Yeah. Like, because it's all about opening up dialect, I feel like. Like, I also get clients who come in the afternoon. They'll be like, hey, like, I couldn't get my workout in last night. I couldn't get all of it in because, like, the machines were all taken. And I'm like, well, did you ask to work in? No, they were on their phone. And I just didn't want to bug them. No, go ask them.
Yeah. Interrupt them.
That's the best time to do it.
There's
That's
some
the best time to do it. Hey, like,
then
do you
you
mind if I work in with you? Because then they're gonna be like, oh I'm
fuck.
actually done.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, oh shit, yeah.
Well, that's the thing is I believe that people should be like, I know there's this big epidemic thanks to Joey Swole. Now everyone's just like, oh, filming in the gym so stupid and so wrong, and gyms are putting up signs saying no filming in the gym. No, and it's just like, okay, look, there's a fine line, right? But one thing you have to be careful of, and I say this from experience, is you want to make sure you're following the trends, or say goodbye to your business if you're in the fitness industry, if you own a gym, if you're a personal trainer, and then people who don't like it, want to constantly make issues and complain about it. There's other gyms in town if it's really that serious for you. But also, why are we so afraid to just communicate with people? Like, communication is one of the most dead art forms of solving problems. People just don't
we're
do that.
happy to communicate with our phone.
Yes, but in the gym especially, it's like, man, you literally find yourself stuck on your phone sitting on a machine. Don't be mad if someone comes up to you, and don't be intimidated to remind someone you're in the gym. Like, hey, you're in the gym, like it's, I think that people make it look like it's a bad thing. Yes, when you film in locker rooms, that's a total violation. That doesn't need to happen. I get it. You got to send something to your coach. Go home and strip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or do it in the posing room that we have.
If you're just trying to send your coach the pump video, then you're not showing him the true physique anyway. You know what I mean? So, like, don't get it right after your workout in the locker room where people are changing. Yes, that's totally a violation. But in the gym, you should be allowed to a certain extent, film yourself, but it should be secondary to courtesy and to, manners and stuff like that. So, like, if you're in the way, if you got a cameraman there and your cameraman's getting in people's ways or, obstructing, people's paths and stuff, that's an issue. And the people should take precedence. So if you're like, I'm going to film in here, you should just say, hey, I'm going to have to shoot that set over because that dude was in the background or walked in front of my camera. Not, hey, why the fuck did you just walk in front of my camera?
Yes, because
like,
the
that's when you make it look
is
wrong.
To go lift.
Yeah.
Filming is not a priority
Correct.
because it's a gym. So I 100% agree with that.
You should be allowed to do it, but you should just be aware that, man, that shit doesn't take precedence over what people are supposed to be doing there. Though we allow it in the gym, we don't want you to get fucking mad at another member because they walked in front of your dumbass camera. Just shoot the set over.
What if
you're not only doing one set anyway, are you?
What if you PR'd though? You PR'd and now you're
well, if you're gonna PR, you should probably have someone help you.
Well, yeah, but they're not recording. The recordings can still go on the ground.
I mean, typically though,
Make a
when I
scene.
see people PR, I'll
So
see,
people
like,
know what's
one
going
person
on.
spotting and another person filming. So they're no. Typically, I don't see people having a hard time asking somebody, "Hey,
Right.
I'm gonna try to hit a PR. I'm gonna max out or whatever. Would you mind film? And then, hey, would you mind actually spotting me?" There's nothing wrong with that. What's
Right.
the worst thing they can do? Say no. Go ask somebody else. But
I've seen people say no to people too, and it's awkward to see.
One time,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen people go up to someone and be like, "Hey man, could you film me?" And they're just like, "No," and the person just kind of looks at them, just like all offended and shit. And I'm like, "Oop!" I just turn around, like I don't want to let them see that I saw, because then they're gonna expect me to say something for them. I'm just like, "I got nothing for you. You didn't want
Well,
to
then
do
if
it."
that's the case, don't be mad at that person for saying no, because
Right.
that's not what they're here for anyways.
yeah.
I think when I first started coming in, I want to name names, but I won't name names. I had this guy come ask me to film him, and he was spotting one of the guys who maxes out all day. He's not here anymore.
I got you.
But he just wouldn't stop talking. And then I'm like, don't I need to film you? Like, I got to go do my other shit. And so I'd film him, and then I'd go back, and he'd be like, yeah, I didn't hit this one because I got my knee sprained and like this and that. And I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, trying to
I wanted to name a
Can you
name
film me
so
one more
bad right
time?
now.
I
Huh?
know.
Does it rhyme with Tin Cad?
No.
Dude, you guys got to tell me after this, because it's
I'll
going to
tell you
bother
after
me.
this. I'm not going to be able to think of a rhyme.
you could just
without giving
bleep it.
away. Could we bleep it?
No, we don't. We could cut it.
I mean, I could cut it. Yeah.
Let me know, and I'll tell you.
Say it. Just
Go ahead. Who is it?
a couple people in on a guest pass, and I watched them like sign in. I was getting ready to work out, and I'm training back with Chase, and we're about to go use this lat pull down, and this guy's got his phone set up on it.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
like, hey man, are you using this? And he's using the tricep pull down right next to it.
Oh.
And I was like, if you want, I can record you quick here for this set if that's what you want. So I record him, and then he walks away. I do my set. He's like, hey man, could you record me one more time for another set? I was like, bro. And he's just posing. He's like, could you record me posing quick? I was like, fuck, what'd I get myself into? Like, I'm not gonna be your recorder, bro. I'm working out right now.
That, though. Like, just be
I was
like,
just-
hey man, like I only had time for the one time.
Look, we gotta have more fun with the gym though too. Like I get there's people in that just need it and they take it serious and stuff like that, and I'm all for that. But man, people coming in the gym just so uptight sometimes, and just like it's just weird the behaviors that we have. Like I get what you're saying, and yeah, that's you. But did you bitch them out?
No,
Right? And did it ruin your day and like you fucking stomped off all mad and didn't finish your workout?
No, but I
Probably.
could.
Right? But that's what I mean about how yes, that's annoying as fuck, but like it doesn't kill us to be kind, man.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that's one thing that I've learned, and trust me, I've taught myself the hard way how to do it. But I used to get so fucking worked up about everything, and people used to piss me off at the gym all the time. And you can never satisfy anybody. So no matter what I did, I always had someone bitching about something, or recommending, hey, you know what you should do? You should build dressing rooms in here so people can change and not have to wait. And I'm just like, dude, go to the wellness center then if you want that. Like that's just not what we provide right now. Don't try to change. Don't you think if we could put locker rooms in here, we'd have them? You know what I mean? So it's like little things like that. Or when we used to like really play on the whole hardcore training facility, and people would be like, man, I'm tired of seeing people with their shirts off training and grunting in the gym and slamming their weights and this and that. I'm just like, you clearly didn't read anything about this gym before you signed up, right?
You literally have a rule
Hardcore
wall right
habits.
there.
Which when I did tours, I introduced that to everybody, and I tell everyone that works there, when you do a tour, you always have to introduce them to the fucking hardcore habits, because I don't want them to get the impression that we play by the same rules as the gym they just came from, because we don't.
I do agree with you. However, there is certain things that will forever just piss me off, and like stuff that can be like damaging to the equipment.
Yes, that stuff doesn't make sense.
One of the examples is the shoulder. How do you even describe that shoulder machine where you set the dumbbells on?
All the assist.
Oh yeah.
The assist bench.
When you're dropping the dumbbells from here and just dropping them on the ground, that's not necessary. You can put them back. You
Yeah,
don't have
people
to
actually
drop
do
it.
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
100%.
And just
they'll do
drop
it with the
them.
metal.
Well, see, now,
ones,
and we even
too,
have
which is
signs
10
that say
times
don't
worse.
drop
Yeah.
the metal dumbbells, especially.
The metal-
But like you got to
yeah.
control the drop too.
Yeah.
It's, people think they just can just launch them.
Even the rubber
Yeah.
ones,
And
that's
it's like, no,
damaging
there's-
the rubber ones too.
Yeah, they got to have
But
control.
I'm just saying that's not necessary. You can
Right.
put them back. You don't have
That's
to.
the whole point of that.
You don't have. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to. And then you have. And then they're lifting it up back into the assist. Like That doesn't make any
You're
sense.
doing
to me.
double the work.
I think that you're just trying to
Get attention.
draw attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't stop fucking doing that if you're listening to me. And then the other one is the bathroom situation where, the public bathrooms anywhere, there's always going to be individuals that just they act like they live in a barn.
Yes.
And they don't respect public bathrooms.
Yes.
And I wish to fucking God I can figure out who it is and call them out right to their face in front of people, because people, clean up after yourself. That's it's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's really not that hard. Clean up after yourself. If you make a mess on the toilet seat, fucking wipe it off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times I go in there. I'm like, this is fucking disgusting.
Hey, while we're on the
Wipe it
topic,
off.
and since we got the female perspective, what's the female bathroom like, Bre?
It's a lot better than the men's.
Is it?
Yeah, because I've had times where I'm running tight. I'm like, I have a client waiting for me, and I gotta go, and everything's taken except for the men's. So I just say fuck it, and I go in the men's, and
It's abused.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, it's abused.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
always
a tough one.
smelly, that one.
Heavily.
Yeah, that's the one that for some reason everyone chooses to go drop their deuces in, and I don't know why.
It's always smelly.
I don't know why it's that one, but it is that one.
We're right next to the water fountain.
It's the craziest thing ever. And I'm just like, damn, like I don't know. That's the most exposed one. The other ones, they're bigger bathrooms. You can run the steam in the shower or something. You can do so much more to help yourself.
Probably
But
get like some potpourri
yeah,
or something.
everyone's just like, man, I'm gonna shit in this one right here.
Yeah.
And make sure I leave the door open when I come out. And that's just crazy to
To
me.
be fair, I think people, if they're gonna pick a bathroom to shit in, it's usually one of those two, because if they're pooping, they're gonna be in there for a while.
Yeah,
So at least you're not taking up one with a shower.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So
See, the
That's courteous right there.
City code mandated me to have that many bathrooms per square foot for what we have.
Really?
So they made us build. I had to build in the guy-girl bathrooms. The other two, the showers were already there. So we were like, we'll make these unisex, and if we got to add bathrooms anyway, we'll do a guy-girl specific bathroom over here.
Smart.
Yeah, it cost way more money than it should have, so it wasn't that smart. But otherwise, like, I have a very big issue with people who, for a living, come to the gym every day and just wreck the bathrooms right away. When they like, I get if you got to take a shit, you got to take a shit in public. People do that. I'm well aware, and I don't think it's wrong if you have to do it at the gym. But some people, it's a religious thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like they come to the gym and
just
they
fucking
beeline
destroy it.
to the bathroom,
Yep.
but they just left their house.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just like, man, if I didn't have to have these bathrooms, I
Well,
wouldn't.
hold on now. Hold on. There is a thing called pre-workout shits, though. That is a thing. So on the way to the gym, sometimes that pre-workout, it punches you in the fucking stomach. Okay.
But that's not a religious thing.
Prime example.
But it
I
does
left the
happen.
gym yesterday. All right. Left the gym, went home, showered, and I was going to meet.
Cody loves to tell his shitting stories.
I was going to meet my family up at Brewhalla. I made it about half. I was on
You
interstate.
pooped your pants.
And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, dude, I fucking have to pull over. I have to go somewhere. And I was like, the gym. so I fucking beelined it all the way to
That's messed
Metroflex
up.
to go. But the point is that pre-workout shits are a thing. However, if you do fucking wreck the toilet, clean up after yourself.
Yes.
That's the problem.
And double
Is that-
flush.
Is that guys will go in
Courtesy
there,
flush
they'll
that
fucking
bitch, too.
spray it.
Which is bad. Like, I
And
don't
then
know
not
if this
clean
ever
it up.
happens in the women's restroom, but there's people in the gym, and I think they're like lizard people, and they have a fucking an asshole on their tailbone because when they shit, it fires off on the back of the seat. What's going on over here?
We're good. Go ahead.
Fucking caveman Dion over here keeps breaking the mic.
If you're thinking about angles, that tells me that they're probably squatting and not actually sitting on
Well,
the toilet.
then you know what you're doing to the toilet before you leave. You
Oh,
should probably
100%.
like clean that up because it's fucking rude as hell.
Well, or at least just swallow your pride and go get somebody. If you don't see
Yeah.
any cleaning materials, at least
But we
let
leave
the
it in the
staff
bathroom
know.
on purpose.
100%. But I've
Yeah.
had it before where I've gone to like try to fix the toilet or something, and like when we had the automatic ones,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you can't fix that. So
Hey,
I just
aren't you
had-
glad we got rid of those?
Oh my god, I'm so.
It was the
glad.
worst thing ever, man. I don't
was
know.
bad.
We only did it because it didn't cost us anything out of pocket. The government paid for it for
Those
COVID
were-
readiness.
yeah, those were the COVID
but those things were
COVID toilets.
piece of shits, and
Made
they were
in
broken
China.
all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm just
All
like,
the time.
like we paid them. We were just like, pay the fucking money and put the manual fucking flushers
Back in. Yeah.
For the first couple weeks, I almost walked out of the bathroom every day without flushing.
A lot of people did.
But I got used to it finally, and then I remembered to fucking hit
I kept
the thing.
going to like wave my hand over the sensor.
Yeah.
Why is it? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they didn't take the sensors off. I guess they said there's like these little holes behind it.
I
they're
always-
like,
I
if you
always-
want to leave them, you can. And I was just like, what the fuck? So I think we'll take them off. But
I always push the rubber button no matter what, even if it
I
was
did
automatic.
too. I did too. I was
did
like,
too.
I hate the sinks.
Tell-
Automatic sinks are
yeah,
terrible.
those sinks are shit too. We're gonna fix those.
tell them about the Piss Bandit.
The piss band?
The piss bandit.
Yeah.
Pee all around the toilet.
Oh yeah, there's someone that pees all over the shit,
Corner.
like
I
on
think
purpose.
it's like in the corner, right?
Usually in the men's bathroom.
Okay, I feel
They're probably the booger bandit too, though.
But this has been
Because
going
there's
on
a
for
booger
years.
bandit in the gym. Yeah. Then Laura, she dies over this because there's someone who literally like picks their nose and wipes their shit all the time. And so it's always on the walls
wall.
by the toilet, like if you're standing there pissing or something, or on the sink, around the sink in the mirrors.
And she
They literally
usually
just
cleans
pick-
it up. Like,
Yeah,
it's
and then-
usually her
And
working.
then she's always having to scrub them because she always opened, you know. So like, yeah, there's somebody who did, and she was like so pissed. She's like, this fucking happens every morning when I come in. Someone's doing this on fucking purpose.
and they were
Yes.
doing it back when I was working there too. So
long time.
and I never had to clean it one
Out your
time.
strategic position in the bathroom to where you can capture this but not see anything.
Well, what we've tried to do is like time it. You know, like when there's big stuff, like someone who pees all over the floor, or someone who takes a massive shit, and you know, like there's times where the shit's on the wall and shit like that. So like people, but yeah, no, it's. I'm telling you, yo, it gets bad, especially
It's
after
bad.
hours.
Those are the people
But
that are
we'll check the
squatting.
cameras, right? When someone usually will discover it and be like, man, there was someone in the bathroom before me. And they fucking destroyed the bathroom. I went in there and I turned right around and came out because there was shit all over the place. So something like that, we can check cameras, right? We just got to backtrack them to say when the person discovered it. As soon as we see that person, we know the person before them.
Yeah.
And then we can backtrack it. So there's some things we can catch.
It's
but
been an
some things-
onward investigation.
Yeah. There's some things though, like
Hey, if you're listening to this Piss Bandit, we're gonna fucking get you.
you too, booger bandit.
there is some shit that happens though between midnight and 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
Those
weird
were
shit.
those were when the freaks come in.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, so I used to work when I was bodybuilding for my first show. I used to work night shift at my old job, and there was a time where I couldn't get my lift in. I was too busy doing all my cardio before work, so I got my lift in afterwards. Well, I used to get up. My old shift used to be like 3 p.m. to 2 a.m. So I came to the gym one night at like 2:33 in the morning to get my workout in still, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get murdered in here. Like there is some
There are different
freaks in
people.
here, and
Yeah.
like there's some people over here that are just like tweaking, they're high out of their mind, or they're just not right. And then there's like two normal people just like trying to mind their business.
Yeah, no, we get some characters in there for sure. Again, every gym has this shit going on. Like
Oh,
I used to
100%.
think, why does all this shit keep happening in our gym? Like, you know, everybody was like messing with each other in the beginning, and there was all this drama. And I'm like, why does this shit happen in our gym? But little by little, I learned like, no, this is happening in every fucking
Oh,
gym.
it's-
you know?
it's every
It's
single
just
gym.
the nature of people in general, and it just happens to be that there's a big community of people in a gym, and so shit starts to go down. But yeah, there's some weird stuff that go on after hours.
No matter what the gym is, whether it's Metroflex or Planet Fitness, you're gonna find some
for
crazy
sure.
shit or some people watching.
Yeah.
in
The difference
gym.
is with Metroflex plug is I'm there to handle that shit as the
Yeah.
owner. I will directly approach people over the bullshit they pull off. I'll kick people out. I'll ban people, whatever. It's like, I'm not gonna say names, but there's a kid that we just kicked out because he stole a fucking Rice Krispie treat. And we caught him on camera, and I'm like, nah, zero tolerance. Nothing against him. I'm sure he feels dumb for doing it, and I'm sure it maybe was an innocent thing. It doesn't seem like it. He just seemed like he thought, fuck it, it was just a Rice Krispie treat, which I can get that, but there's principle behind stealing
Yeah.
from a business, and so I'm like, nah, ban him. Like, kick his ass out and ban him. Like, I'm sorry, but like that's disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Oh,
When they
and then
told
it
him,
starts as a Rice Krispie treat, and then next
Yeah.
thing you know, like he's gonna keep
He's taking
doing
an
that
energy
behavior.
drink every day or something.
but you know, it's just the violation alone. I don't want people in the gym who have that mentality. So like, yeah,
fuck
I'll
that.
fucking kick you out for something like that. Absolutely, I'll kick you out for stealing from people in the gym, not just from me. But like, there's got to be a boundary, and I'm happy to do that shit. So that's like the biggest difference. I've approached people for disrespecting women. I've approached dudes for trying to start fights with each other. I've done as much as I could possibly do to make sure people understand, like, look, ownership here gives a shit and we're actually out to have your backs.
Oh, 100%.
So when it comes to gym etiquette and it comes to like, weird things in gyms, pet peeves, etc., I've always tried to address that stuff. And I'm very cordial when I do. I let people know, like, man, you get an opportunity to understand what you did wrong here and never do it again. Typically that seems to resolve it, but in some case scenarios we've had to completely remove people from the gym, especially when it comes to like hygiene.
Yeah.
Hygiene. If you can't handle your hygiene, I promise you'll get kicked out of our gym.
Oh, 100%. Well, let me add to that plug for the gym really quick, because there's some, there's typical pet peeves that goes on in our gym because they happen in every gym, but they happen the least that I've ever seen in our gym compared to any other gym I've been in.
Yeah.
Like, we actually maintain our shit. We have culture here, whereas other gyms, like the gym that my parents go to back home is just like an EOS. There is none of that shit in there. People just straight disrespect each other left and right. They're on their phones constantly, but no one wants to talk to each other. But like all these other people are like broing out over here. Then you have girls throwing a fit about guys broing out over here. And it's just people picking fights with each other over dumb things. I got cussed out by an old man in 2020, actually. When I worked out back home because I had my mask down because I was catching my breath, and he's like, "Can you pull your mask up?" And I'm like,
"Fuck off!"
I'm like, I'm not sick. I'm catching my breath. You're more than 6 feet away from me. You're fine." And he's like, "Put your fucking mask on, bitch." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Now you want to talk, huh?" And then he like goes and gets management. I'm like, "Go get him. I don't care." And then he's like, "Yeah, you got to put your mask on." And I'm like, "I don't care." And then he comes up right next to me. He's like, "If we would have just listened to what they told us to do, we'd all be fine. We wouldn't have to worry about."
And then
this
you
nonsense.
spit in his face.
And then I'm like, "Motherfucker, you put yourself more at risk by coming and lecturing me than you did when I was minding my own business over here."
Yeah, I hated that.
Oh man,
People are
That was like a
crazy.
hard time for me, man. I couldn't especially I got so much flack from so many people about
It's
the
still going
decisions
on,
I
though.
made in the gym. It's just weird.
yeah.
Here's my thing. If you have an issue with hygiene or what's going on in the gym or whatever, get your own fucking gym.
Yeah. Build a home gym.
Yeah, build a home gym. Otherwise, suck it up. You're in a public space.
Speaking of this, I went to Minneapolis this weekend. I went up for an event on Thursday, and we were just there for a couple days after. Man, Minneapolis is one woke city.
Woke.
It is bad.
Is it
bro.
bad?
Everywhere
Very
you
woke.
go, no
Masks.
matter not only mask, but like the woke people, bro. Like you can't tell like who they are and what they are. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to dog on it at all. No, I am dogging on it. It's fucking stupid, but it just doesn't make sense. Like that city is transformed into something unlike it's ever been.
Is it not fun anymore?
No, we didn't really enjoy ourselves. We caught ourselves constantly being annoyed by the culture of Minneapolis now.
Where'd you go?
Everywhere. Downtown Minneapolis, Target Center, Nike store, it's just I don't get it. I don't understand the agenda of this new found human that exists that doesn't know their left from their right, but is infiltrating society the way that they are. And you can tell it's not real because it doesn't exist anywhere but certain places. And usually where it exists, you're like, ha, of course. It makes sense based on their government and the rules within that state or that city. It makes perfect sense. And that's, if you know Minneapolis and what's gone on in the past few years there, it makes perfect sense that it's like that. But we used to love to, like, man, who doesn't from here, right? When the summer comes, we're like, man, I want to hit the cities for the week and have a good time. It's just not the same.
out.
It's not the same, bro. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just wokeism.
Did that change your perspective about what plan you kind of want to do?
No, that's different.
Okay.
Yeah. It's completely disgusting, though.
Yeah.
It's completely disgusting.
During that fucking whole COVID era too, man,
That ruined people.
I got so fucking pissed off at people. I got in arguments, and we were right.
Yeah.
We were right the whole time. But I was saying, this is not a fucking thing. This is not what you think it is.
Yeah.
And we were right the whole time. But those people were so nasty.
But you got yelled at for being a grandma killer.
Yeah.
See,
was bad.
when I go out to the cities, I don't experience that, but I'm definitely in a
But you
different
go out to the cities and
kind
hang
of
out at
vibe.
people's houses.
No.
Oh.
We get turned up out there, but
At the bar.
it's a different type of vibe, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're with the college kids.
It was
for sure.
I don't know. It was just different, bro.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I would say I would elaborate more, but I just don't want to on here.
So
but it was bad.
Back what you were talking about with like Metroflex holding a certain standard, and that's why like sometimes I might come off as a dick, but there's a reason behind that. Is because I hold Metroflex to the highest of standard, and I don't ever want to see that slip. So when I see like people leaving their weights around or shit like that, and I call them out and be like, "Hey, put your fucking weights away," I don't see it like that. But that's the thing. Like Metroflex has always had a good standard, and the weights are usually, especially the dumbbells, are usually in the right spots.
Yeah,
and there's a reason behind that. So that's why, like, I always want to maintain that standard, and this is what we do here, and this is how it's going to be.
Well, that's part of what makes the gym enjoyable. Is for the most part, things are actually put away.
Yeah,
like weight machines usually don't have weights
for
on
the
them
for the most part.
For the most part, like compared to every other gym you go to, like
Correct.
There's at least a 45 on every single machine in other gyms you go to, and it's like if I'm a girl who's just going to the gym, I'm not strong enough to do a 45 for every single thing I do,
Correct.
regardless if everybody else in the gym is. So that doesn't exactly still provide a welcoming atmosphere, whereas at least at Metro, usually shit is on top of it.
You probably didn't hear this earlier podcast, but I came from Washington, D.C. I was lifting out there at the Gold's Gym, and there was a whole entire dumbbell rack, and it was empty.
His
because
story
the
was
dumbbells,
bad.
the dumbbells were all over the floor and scattered throughout.
I couldn't imagine.
It was wild looking. I saw his photos and stuff. It's like,
they had a second level that had dumbbells up there too. So like the dumbbells were never in the rack. They're always laying across the gym. And I'm like, dude, if this was my fucking gym, people would be getting kicked out left and right. When they had this sign they hung up on the mirror, and it was like a colorful sign too. It looked like a third grader put it together. It said, "Put your weights away," and that was it. That was their way of trying to fix the problem, because it was us that was complaining, and then finally they put the sign up, but they didn't do fucking shit. And then there was guys that were climbing up the.
Do they have staff there?
Yes, they got staff there.
So there's a bunch of people, including staff now, because see, like Culture is led.
They used to,
you know what I mean? And if you don't have your team out there, like this is where I tell
Mm-hmm.
everyone at the gym, because like sometimes they get pissed off. They're like, "Oh, I'm so tired of re-racking weights, and we need to start firing people out of this gym for not, or charging them." And this, and I'm just like, look, I hate it as much as the next person, but if what the fuck else are you gonna do?
Right.
And if you want people, and I always would tell them this, if you want people to start re-racking their shit, you guys need to be out there on the gym floor throughout the day, putting shit away, re-racking shit, organizing the plates in the right order, because people will see that.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Oh, yo, they always come out here and tend to this shit. We better make sure we're putting our stuff back." That's how you get people to do it. And if you see like that, the comparison is, it'll happen at any gym. Any gym where people aren't maintaining it already. You can't expect the gym members to come in and follow suit if you're not doing anything that they should be following suit, right? So if you don't clean, they won't clean.
No, and at least if you're out and about cleaning, you have a chance of catching people in the act too. Because I've heard people talk where it's like, well, that's their job. So they leave shit thinking, well, it's their fucking job.
No one's ever said that to me though.
Oh, of course they won't say it to you. You loom over everybody.
I've had people get mad at me though for asking them to they re-rack there. I caught a dude just a couple weeks ago, and I mentioned something to him because I didn't catch him. I saw him leaving all his shit, and I was like, this guy's not going to re-rack his shit. I know it, because he was on like 5 different machines at a time. He had a barbell, set up where he was doing like RDLs and stuff. And so I was like, I'm going to watch him, and if he tries to leave, I'm going to tell him to come pick up all the shit, right? Because I didn't know if he was done. I didn't want to be a dick. Well, he disappeared. So he got away with it. I'm like, this fool. So the next time I saw him in the gym, I saw him racking a bunch of stuff up again. So I went up to him and I said, hey, can you do me a favor, man, before you leave today? Can you make sure to re-rack all the stuff that you're using? I said, because the last time you were here, you didn't do that and you left the gym. He just looked at me. He's like, all right. And just like walked away. And I'm like, oh, I don't care if you get mad. Just fucking do it though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I've told you. So if you don't do it, like, I might kick your ass out, especially if you're that like asshole about it, where you're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, in that
it's just like, dude, there's plenty of other gyms.
That you're asking him to re-rack his weights.
He's lazy.
He's upset that he got caught.
Yeah. Well, he's upset because he has to do extra work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, fuck, I have like 7 machines racked up right now. I got to go do all that. It was like, well, then don't train like that. I don't know.
Say, like, if you're going to rack it, be prepared to unrack it.
It's part of the workout. Yeah. I don't care what anybody says. It's still your motherfucking set if you didn't re-rack your weights. 100%.
Still your motherfucker. Yeah. Do you remember the leg press bandit? The guy that would it was the overnight.
Yeah.
He used to work out overnight and he
Yeah.
would fucking leave the leg press fully fucking racked.
I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't even know if you see that. I don't know.
I haven't seen anything like that at 5 a.m. in a minute. But
you know that there was a long stretch where this guy would leave the fucking weights on.
Stacked.
It was 10 plates per side, and they had to on rack it the whole. Oh my god, dude. So I have a burning question I want to ask you. Do you know who Goobu is?
yes,
Okay,
I love Goob.
Yes. So my question to you is, what do you think about people photoshopping their pictures and posting it on Instagram? So
Especially when they monetize off of it.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Or when they're
If-
trying to
if they're
influence people.
Yeah,
influence.
like
I'm more or less thinking about.
It's one thing
influence.
if you're just a girl who's like, I'm still saying don't do this anyways, but like putting myself in other people's shoes, I can understand if you're a girl who's just self-conscious and you just you go to post it, you start comparing yourself to others, and then you're just like, oh, I don't think I feel good about this, so then you go and change it quick just to make yourself feel better. Like I'm not saying it's okay, but like I'll say I understand. But if you're making money off of it, or if you're a coach, or if you're an influencer, get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah.
Like, because then you're just setting unrealistic expectations with body
Like,
dysmorphia, eating disorders.
Yeah.
Like that's not helping people who have real issues with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people doing it these days, and I see it a lot on the local level now too.
Yeah,
it's
it's
weird.
on-
In fact,
fucking
I can't
annoying.
go on social media anymore and see people post pictures without zooming in and checking lines and shit. I'm like, all right, they're good. They're
Goobu
good.
started that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw one person, a local
So
person.
people whose videos move in their background moves with their body. That's weird.
Said person unfollowed me on Instagram when I posted a story. I said, "Quit fucking editing your pictures." I was like, "It's clear as fucking day. Everybody knows that you're editing." And then I saw that she unfollowed me, so I was like,
So dead ringer, huh?
"Yeah, she's." Well, I was like, "Good. I hope
No,
she
she
fucking
knows.
knows.
Yeah.
I hope she knows that people, dude. It's so fucking clear. We can tell that you're pulling your tits out and you're pulling your fucking waist in." Like you're pushing your ass out. Like
Yeah.
we can see that
Every
Stop doing
single
it.
photo and video too. That's somebody who is an influencer, somebody who has a big following, like over 10,000
Yeah.
followers, is a coach,
Yeah.
is, all of those things, and talking body positivity.
Yeah.
But
That's the
literally,
toughest
I
thing.
kid you not, every single picture and video, because I've checked and I've sent them to Goob, every single one of them, and he's confirmed it, yes, every single one of them, I kid you not, is edited. And here's the crazy part. This person does not have a horrible physique
No.
at all.
It never is though. The people who have horrible
Yeah.
physiques, they
Yeah.
just they see somebody else and they're like, okay, well, if I'm gonna sell, I need to look like a freak.
So
of
do you think
nature.
that falls in line with somebody who's just maybe struggling with some self-confidence,
100%?
but they don't get the pass because they are an influencer and a coach and all that stuff.
100%. And
Yeah.
here's the other thing, like for coaches out there, you're gonna get more feedback, more positive feedback when you are real with your clients. Like, yeah, having a good body is going to make people sign on because they want to look like
Right.
you. But it's okay to talk about your bad days because you got to remind people that you're a real person at the end of the day. You got to remind people like, yep, I get bloated after eating my cheat meal. Or I get bloated after my 5th meal of the day because that's what happens. I have food in my stomach right now and I just got done training. Like, all these things are normal. You got to bring, like, yes, we train like freaks, but we still have real bodies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So
I'm 100%
it's not okay to edit your photos.
You
That's
can,
what I'm
like,
getting at.
you can edit your lighting, but like don't.
Yeah,
don't
filters
don't
are
expect
okay?
it- Yeah,
Yeah,
like don't,
okay.
don't
Filters are okay?
filters in the sense.
Instagram filters?
No way.
Well,
They just adjust the lighting.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
like
No,
okay,
they
are we
don't.
talking about like a face filter or like?
Instagram filters.
Anything. They
I don't see
harden,
anything-
they soften, they smooth.
I don't see anything
I don't
wrong with
think that's- I
adjusting
don't
the
think-
lighting or like
I
the
don't think
color
there's nothing-
scheme
The
or
tones.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I like.
Yes, there is.
I don't think there's
you're
anything.
trying to
I won't say.
catfish, then yeah,
I
there's
won't say
something
there's
wrong with
anything
that.
wrong with it, but I do believe that there is enhancement capabilities with filters these days.
For sure.
So so someone could still make themselves look better than they actually look by making them look more 3D or drawing the light to certain angles. They can do that with filters nowadays.
Cody knows that. That's why he's disagreeing.
Yeah,
right
Cody's
now.
like,
He's
leave my
no.
shit alone, bro.
No, that's not right.
Cody looks black in all his pictures.
I just don't. I don't think. I think Photoshop is the one that's
Okay, well, let's just
Photoshop is just the worst of the
What is
worst.
that called? Facetune?
Facetune's the big one.
Yeah.
So
It
like
is.
when you have to do anything where you're clicking and dragging,
Yeah.
that's probably a no-no. But like I'm not gonna lie, I got acne from time to time, so I'm gonna put a filter on if I'm talking to people because I want to look a little bit more put together.
I get
Yeah,
that.
Dion,
listen,
you fucking loser.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying in physique, like purposes only. If you're gonna show me how good your physique is, don't put a filter on.
Got you. So you're not
Put
talking
an
about
emoji over
you're
your
not talking about
face.
someone just taking a video of their face
No,
or some
that's
shit.
fine.
You're
You're not
talking like a
posting
body.
a selfie
You're trying to
or
show
anything.
how
Talking
cut
about
you are.
bodybuilding comp.
Yeah.
If it's like it's your makeup, that's fine. That's different.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about now, where you see people with their stage shots and you can
Yeah.
tell. Okay, that bugs me, but you can tell that it's an edit.
But why
Like,
do
and
it
it-
Yeah,
then?
Dion.
But
you
why
can
do it
tell
then?
it's an edit, so
You
fuck
can.
you.
It says it's an edit, but why do it?
Okay, but why do people go and submit pictures to the AI that makes them look like avatar people?
Because they want to see what it looks like. I guess I don't know.
Well, okay, like I'm not actually an elf, but I think the
This is
artwork
my
of me
hand.
looking like an elf is freaking cool, so I want to post it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm guilty of it, so I can't fucking say nothing about that.
I don't know.
The Photoshop thing kills me. I fucking
Yeah.
I hate the Photoshop. Stop photoshopping your shit.
All right, real quick, we're gonna bring it to a close here, but I want to get a few last ones in. So think of something that we can ask your guys that are like I don't even know what we'd call this, like stop and go. So we'll ask you a question and you just say stop and go, which is like keep doing it or stop doing it, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't bother you, yes or no, it's acceptable. And we'll just kind of throw a couple one-liners at her of certain things and see what her thoughts are. Because I have a few on my mind right now. Go ahead. What?
Approach you into the gym, ask what your Instagram is.
Stop.
Okay. Women hiking up their shorts and pants to every crevice and crease in their body.
Please stop.
Okay.
I don't want to see the outline of everything going
Thank
on
you.
down there. I don't.
What else?
I got one yet. 1 second. I'm thinking. So we touched on it, but taking photos between every set.
Stop.
All right.
Between every set, stop.
People do
like
it.
2 or 3 max a session.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be specific with this one. When there's a posing room in the gym, dropping trowel on the gym floor or not?
Stop.
Keep it.
Stop.
Keep it going.
No.
Keep
stop.
doing it.
Keep
There is
going.
a posing room
If
for a
you're
reason. I
shredded,
don't
keep
want to see
doing
the
it.
outline of whatever's going on under your shoulders.
If you're shredded,
Here's
keep
another one.
going.
Where
No Sam Robertson.
men wearing tight leggings
Yeah.
with no shirt. Training in the gym.
Keep going.
Keep going. Okay, men wearing tight leggings, training in the gym on leg day with you.
Keep doing it.
All right, cool.
Crop tops. Men wearing crop
Stop.
tops.
Men wearing.
Stop. Just stop.
It's
I don't know,
masculine.
my
though.
boy
I know,
Ezekiel,
I
though,
was
he
gonna
gets
say,
it done.
I feel like Nate is gonna have a fit with me over that one, but no.
Nate McLaughlin's
Yeah.
gonna eat you up for that. Yeah, but wait a minute.
I remember.
You look like you're wearing something that you wore as a
All
child.
right, I got another one, and I know this is a dead ringer to people out there, but it's all in fun. Men wearing women's leggings in the gym.
Oh, go ahead.
There's more than one. There's more than one that do it.
Yeah. There's more than one.
It depends.
It depends.
Do you have like a nice butt and some good legs to fill it out?
Okay.
Or are you wearing a jock strap underneath and expecting people to not look, but look and then talk to everybody about it? Ross, I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Okay. She called him out directly.
Damn.
All right. What's another one?
Because Nunez wears
Okay.
leggings and he rocks the shit out of those TikTok
Okay.
leggings.
He's got fucking huge ass.
Okay. Men having the same opinion that you just had about women wearing leggings in the gym.
I think it's okay too.
Cool. Keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going.
What else?
I
fellas?
don't fucking care about the whole body positivity movement. Like it's yes, body positivity to some degree, so you don't have an eating disorder. But like, don't in the name of loving yourself, don't fucking kill yourself.
Yeah.
Quit eating chicken nuggets, quit eating fried shit that came out of a package when you know you're miserable, all in the name of body positivity because you're too afraid to try something different.
Yeah. How about then morbidly obese people claiming healthy?
Fuck that.
It's
Stop.
enough.
Don't tell
It's
me
enough.
that you're healthy.
Yeah.
Like you
And
can
happy.
say you're happy with yourself
Okay.
and I'll still maybe believe that, but don't tell me you're healthy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, and don't expect me to agree with your decisions either. Like you like whether that's anything you do, don't expect me to agree with your decisions, but like my opinion shouldn't matter to you anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
How about taking your shirt off and flexing after every set?
Every set,
Yes.
stop.
How about ripping your shirt off in the gym, like literally tearing through it?
We can do that.
Okay.
All
At least
right.
it shows you got some grip strength, right?
Sure.
Dude, if I
Dion's
see
like,
that,
I can't get mine. It's not ripping.
if I
Cut
see
it on
that
top
one
first.
lifted, I'll fucking drop the weights. I swear to God. Like, what did I just see?
That's good.
Oh my God.
What's next?
Any more?
I got nothing.
I don't have anything.
All right.
at the
Anything
moment.
else you want to add to the conversation that's been on your mind, or that something that completely just fucking irritates you, or that you think isn't as bad as most people think it is in the gym? This is your shot.
Other women. Yeah. So
Are you talking about like Mean Girls?
mean girls.
Ah.
Mean girls
Oh.
and women who feel entitled in the gym because they're a female in the gym and they're, boss bitch or whatever. I'm a girl, you can't
interesting.
talk to me. Like resting bitch face, but with the attitude behind it.
Oh.
Like that pisses me off. Like, and that's why I'm glad that our gym has that lady alpha thing above the dumbbells.
Yeah, lifting others up.
Yeah, because they're like girls are the worst. Like you two are married, you're in a relationship. You guys know women are fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're even crazier when it comes to other girls.
And
So,
my wife tells me all the time how crazy women are.
yeah, I'm pretty grateful I'm not a lesbian because I don't know how I do in a relationship.
Damn, okay.
Nothing against lesbians, but I'm glad I'm not one. So yeah, like
I'm a lesbian.
the other thing too is you're never gonna make women happy.
Right.
That's
Like
so
there's
true.
always gonna be something that pisses girls off, and girls, y'all got to stop being pissed about everything. Like the world doesn't revolve around you. The gym certainly doesn't revolve around you.
Did you just say yes?
And always stop having headaches all the time too. Fuck.
And stop being tired.
Yeah, like cook food more. Fuck. Do dishes.
No, but it pisses me off when girls come into a gym and you expect guys to stop lifting heavy around you or stop grunting because of
Yeah.
toxic masculinity. Like that's what you're here to fucking do. So either level up, put your headphones in so you don't hear it, or just stop caring.
Yeah. All right. Last one I'm gonna give you. Women thinking weightlifting is gonna make them built and bulky.
Bulky.
So
Or muscular in general.
well, okay, so lifting, like you have to lift a certain way to get bulky. You have to eat a certain way to get bulky, but I don't.
But is it easy? Can you do
No,
it?
it's
Can you do
not.
it accidentally?
I'm trying to get bulky
There
and
you
I'm
go.
still working on
Yeah.
it. Like that's usually my rebuttal. Like I'll get like, moms especially who kind of have like an older way of thinking. That's like the first thing they say. Well, I don't want to get bulky. And I try not to let my ego get out of control right away because I'm like, well, are you looking at me and like trying to say I'm bulky?
They're
Like,
like,
are you trying to say
"Ew,
you
no
don't want to
thanks."
look like me? So then I have to like put my ego aside and just be like, okay, like listen, Linda, it's not going to happen overnight. Like we have to try to get you that way. It's not like you're going to go pick up a 5-pound dumbbell and be like, oh, my arm. Like that's not how
You
it
be
works.
ripping through sleeves and shit.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you though, Bre. You've competed obviously in
Bikini.
bikini. I was like women's. I forgot which one it was called. I don't know why.
Idiot.
Do you plan to compete again?
I'd like to. My plan was to actually compete last year, and then I had to have knee surgery. So,
Yeah.
I would like to compete again next year when things calm down with like the house, the wedding. I have time to build my physique back up again. Really, it depends on where I'm at with my relationship with food. So, my last show, like full disclosure, I had a really bad issue with binge eating, and that really scared me. So
During prep or after?
a little bit during prep, and I kind of blame everything going on with 2020 for that because every freaking time I opened up Instagram, my show is canceled. It's not canceled. It's canceled. It's not canceled.
yeah.
So I'd be like, oh well, fuck it. I'm gonna have this
Which show
donut.
did you did the which one did you do?
I did the shredded cheddar.
Okay, in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Yep.
Brew
Bruce
Brew
City.
City.
Yeah, Brew City.
Was that in July or June?
It was the last weekend of June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a great time with it. Still, I had really bad binge eating coming out of my show though. That was bad.
Yeah.
That took a couple months to kind of calm down a little bit, and I'm glad it did. But I'm a little nervous about that again. I've always heard that it's way better the second time around.
I could preach for that.
It is
Yeah.
100%. I used to fucking do the same thing. I gained 40 pounds in like 2 days.
Yeah.
And my ankles would jiggle because I would have so much water retention. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have very big ankles. I've never had a cankle problem, and I did notice that where like the day 2 after my show, like my ankles are like this big around.
Yeah, it definitely gets a lot easier the more experience you do, and for sure.
Mentally, I really struggled those couple weeks before competing because I'm dieting so hard and I have nothing to think about and I can't move and all I can do is watch YouTube videos of food.
Oh yeah, eating competitions like
Oh, my God.
Eric the Electric.
Yeah,
you know who that is?
Yes, I do.
I watched like every time I was
It's
on
disgusting.
cardio, I would watch him eating food.
The whole time.
Isn't that weird? That like the fucking you,
That's the
you
way
want
your
to torture
brain-
yourself.
Yeah,
that's how
it's
your
like
brain
seeing
works.
everyone in prep too, and they're always posting food and cakes and
I
all
would-
this shit
I literally-
during their prep. I'm like,
Yes.
what the fuck?
I would literally go. I downloaded Pinterest.
Yep.
And I
Look at
fucking
food.
pinned all these recipes. Like I'm gonna be a
make
fucking
these.
chef after this. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna bake all these fucking delicious desserts, and I didn't do a fucking thing after.
But when
I
you're
did not bake one cake.
when you're starving, that's how your brain works.
Yeah.
It wants you to start
Craves
thinking
it.
about food so that you can eat. Like,
And
it wants
your
you to
sense
eat.
of smell is skyrocketed. I don't
Oh
know
my
how,
God.
but your sense of smell when you're on prep
crazy.
is fucking insane.
I
It's
could tell
insane.
when Alec was cooking eggs with the yolk in them. Because I was only eating egg whites for
Yeah.
breakfast, and I'm like, I'm sniffing the eggs, and I normally hate the scent of eggs, but when
Yeah.
he was cooking eggs,
Yeah,
I
that
was
shit
like,
smell good.
I want the egg yolk.
Yeah.
Give me the egg yolk.
And I would look forward to my fucking chicken and rice and broccoli meal every single day. Like, oh my God, I can't wait for the next meal.
I was heating up protein powder and water, mixing it in the
Making like
microwave.
cakes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even making a cake. It was just what it would be if you heated it up in the microwave. And I was like, damn, this is so good.
Well, like that's what I meant. So yeah,
just like a
where you
little
put like
cake.
peanut butter in the
Oh,
middle.
because
and
it
then,
like
like,
pops
peanut
up in the
butter.
microwave.
Well, I
huh?
had peanut butter with my shake,
Yeah.
so I would just put it in the middle, and then
Yep.
I mix the protein powder with a little bit of water, and then I just make the shitty little lava cake.
Dumb
with
cake.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm just like crying.
But it's
Yeah.
so good at the time.
You think it's so good?
You would think of some of the goofiest shit to fucking put together
Yeah.
to satisfy your craving.
What was
Like,
the weirdest things you guys ate to try to have your like?
I
Make your
put a
cravings
fucking
okay?
salad in the microwave to heat up my chicken. I had chicken in there, and I put a salad in the microwave to heat it up.
What did that do to your lettuce?
It made it
Wilted
soft,
and
Yeah.
gross.
but it didn't matter. I didn't fucking.
You just
care.
scarfed it?
Yeah. I fucking.
That's disgusting.
I scarfed the shit out of that.
There was days where I would either cook muscle leg, like the flavored muscle leg, and
Yeah.
eat it, even though it has no flavor. Then when you cook it,
Yeah, it does. It loses all flavor.
and
I've never tried it.
it's not good. And
not
then
good.
I would be so hungry, and I was like, God, I need to eat some vegetables or something. So I'd get a spiral zucchini, and then I would get the 0-calorie sauce of like teriyaki or whatever, and fry it up and eat it like it's noodles.
I would get.
Interesting.
I would slice up cucumber and put popcorn seasoning on them. So I would have like little like shitty little cucumber chips. And I think one time I walked around like smelling like vinegar because my coach told me pickles were like free for the stage of prep I was in. So I just ate like a whole jar of pickles.
Those are the
No.
things, though.
I think the weirdest one I did was I just like Alec was the worst. Let me get this out. He was the worst at eating food around me. Like 2 weeks out from my show, this motherfucker bakes cookies.
oh,
I'm like, you not only are you eating them in front of me, but you made the whole house smell like cookies.
Yeah.
Thank you. But he would like eat like chips or whatever in front of me. So I took those like mini bell peppers and I would dip them in sugar-free relish, like sweet relish. It tastes so gross. now.
gross.
So
Nasty.
gross. So gross. But at the time, I'm like, this is such a good snack.
Oh my god.
Perspective. Speaking of shows, we just announced our show for 2024.
I'm pretty pumped. For
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
going to be exciting.
March 24th.
March 23rd of 2024 will be the NPC Culture Brands Classic.
So I'm kind of actually hoping to maybe compete in that show, provided I don't have any clients that want to compete in that show.
That would be dope.
That would be
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you're a coach at Metroflex, and you're currently not bringing on any more clients, or you are?
I'm back to bringing on online clients for now. I'll probably start taking in person again in 2 weeks. I just got to have some makeups kind of calm down.
You
a
got
little bit.
married recently.
Yeah, gone for 2 weeks is gonna put you behind a little bit.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, that's good. So you know where to find her at Metroflex. She is going to be taking
It is
online
not
clients.
Firebird Fit. It is
Freebird.
Freebird
Yeah,
Fit.
what is your social media handle so people can reach out to you if they want?
free_bird_fit.
And she's not vegan.
And I'm not vegan.
She's not vegan. You do contest prep, weight loss, all that
Yep,
good stuff, right?
I'll do contest prep, weight loss, and then strength and conditioning. So like any kind of like athleticism based training or like military training.
Dope.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
You want to get your ass kicked? Come to me.
there you go. Do a leg day with her to determine if you actually want to work with her.
Yeah, do that first.
Yeah.
Maybe let's get like one session out of the way so they're at least
There you
locked
go.
in, and then we'll do a leg day.
There you go.
They can't run away.
Yeah, sign the contract first, then we'll show you
Yeah.
legs. Right on, Bre. Thanks so much for joining us. It was a good conversation. We had some good laughs out of it. We'll get this one out as soon as possible, but I just want to say thank you for everyone who tuned in. Talk your shit, say good things, say bad things. If you like us, share. If you don't like us, share and talk about us and tell everyone how horrible it was. Make sure you tell them Bre doesn't know the female perspective and that everything she said was shit, so that they can understand what you're talking about when you say it was no
Apparently,
good.
I'm not a real woman, so
You're toxic.
I'm toxic.
Bre's a toxic woman. All right, everybody, we are out. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Thanks for having me.